Imagine looking up into the night sky, the vast darkness scattered with countless stars, each one whispering secrets that humanity has yet to uncover. Have you ever wondered, what if the so-called aliens we hear about are not visitors from distant galaxies but ancient beings spoken of long ago in Scripture? What if behind the stories of abductions, UFO sightings, and mysterious encounters lies something far older, something far more spiritual than technological? Tonight, we go beyond the veil, and what you are about to hear may forever change the way you look at the heavens. Because the greatest mystery is not whether life exists out there, it is whether what we call aliens are part of a cosmic deception or an eternal truth written into the very fabric of creation. What if the prophets of old, the mystics, and the visionaries of the Bible were already describing what we today label as extraterrestrial? What if Ezekiel's vision of the wheels within wheels, shining like beryl in the sky, was not just poetic imagery, but a direct encounter with a reality that transcends human comprehension? And what if those same beings, those radiant messengers, those terrifying watchers, have never truly left, but remain, hidden in plain sight, operating just beyond the threshold of our perception? Keep watching, because the secrets we are about to peel back are not easily found in textbooks, nor whispered in classrooms. These are the mysteries carried through time by fragments of Scripture, ancient legends, and strange modern encounters that seem to echo one another across millennia. But let us first ask the daring question: could aliens, as we know them, actually be spiritual beings described in biblical texts? Some researchers claim that the beings humanity encounters in strange nocturnal experiences, the so-called grays, with their large dark eyes or the luminous orbs dancing silently in the sky, mirror the descriptions of angelic or fallen beings in the Bible. Consider the sons of God in Genesis, who came down and took daughters of men, producing giants, the Nephilim. Was this merely myth? Or was it the first record of humanity's encounter with entities not bound to Earth, entities whose nature was both terrifying and awe-inspiring? If that is true, then perhaps aliens are not invaders from another star system, but remnants of a spiritual war that began long before human history was written. But the next part will surprise you even more. When people describe alien abductions, many speak of paralysis, of being taken against their will, of experiments beyond comprehension. Yet, when compared side by side with historical accounts of demonic oppression and possession, the similarities are striking. Victims speak of losing control of their bodies, of entities communicating telepathically, of feelings of dread, and even of being shown visions of catastrophic futures. These are not merely tales of technology. They are tales of power, manipulation, and spiritual invasion. Could it be that what modern science calls extraterrestrial, the ancients already knew as spiritual forces, not of this world? And if that's the case, what does it mean for us who are watching the skies with anticipation, hoping for contact? But what comes next may change how you see the sky forever. Ezekiel's wheels, rotating, glowing, alive with fire, are often cited as one of the most mysterious visions in all of Scripture. Some say it was simply a vision of God's throne. Others whisper that it was a machine, a craft not of earthly origin. But pause and think, a wheel within a wheel, moving without turning, flashing like lightning. Is that not eerily similar to descriptions of flying saucers darting silently across the night sky? Could the prophets have been witnesses of the same phenomenon that fascinates modern astronomers and UFO hunters? And if so, why would such visions be given in the language of spirit, of angels, and of glory? Perhaps because these encounters are not physical in the way we understand matter, but spiritual in a way that defies our categories. The next revelation uncovers a secret very few people know. Across cultures, ancient civilizations recorded beings descending from the heavens, whether it was the Sumerian Anunnaki, the shining gods of Egypt, or the feathered serpent Quetzalcoatl of the Mesoamericans. Every culture told stories of beings who were not quite human, beings who brought knowledge, sometimes blessing, sometimes curse. Is it a coincidence that these tales mirror the biblical watchers of the Book of Enoch, angels who abandoned their place and came down to humanity, corrupting them with forbidden wisdom? Or is this the same story, retold in different tongues, describing a truth so ancient that it fractured into myth? And if those beings never left, could they be reappearing in the form we call aliens, clothed in the imagery our modern minds can understand? But the mystery deepens. Science tells us the universe is nearly infinite, with billions of galaxies and uncountable planets. Statistically, we are told, life must exist elsewhere. And yet, the so-called aliens seem to pay particular attention to Earth, to humanity, to us. Why us? Why this small planet orbiting an ordinary star? Unless, of course, this was never about distance or probability. Unless the beings we encounter are not travelers from far-off systems, but timeless entities bound to the spiritual fate of mankind. The Bible calls them principalities and powers, rulers of darkness in high places. If this is true, then UFOs are not ships. They are manifestations, signs of a deeper battle, a clash of realms bleeding into our world. And yet, we cannot ignore the possibility that some encounters carry echoes of light, not darkness. Angels, too, descend in blinding radiance. The shepherds at Bethlehem trembled when the sky filled with heavenly hosts. Daniel collapsed before the dazzling being who spoke of future kingdoms. Could some sightings in our modern skies be glimpses of these messengers of light, mistaken by us as aliens because we lack the language of the sacred? Could both light and darkness be at play, revealing themselves through the same mysterious veil, each seeking to influence the destiny of mankind? But here is where the story takes an even stranger turn. Throughout history, those who have claimed deep encounters with these beings often return transformed, not always for the better. Some gain knowledge they should not have, some descend into madness, others become prophets of new religions that divert humanity's worship away from the true Creator. Is this not what Paul warned about? Even if an angel of light preaches another gospel, let him be accursed. What if the alien phenomenon is part of that same deception, an ancient strategy dressed in modern garb, preparing the world for a revelation that is not salvation, but counterfeit glory? And still, the veil is not fully lifted. When we ask the question, are aliens real? We may be asking the wrong thing. The better question is, what are they? Are they fallen angels, masquerading as interstellar saviors? Are they watchers, bound by ancient judgment, yet still moving through our skies? Or are they simply spiritual echoes, symbols pointing us to a cosmic reality beyond flesh and blood? Each encounter, each vision, each sighting adds another piece to the puzzle, yet the full picture remains hidden, just beyond reach, tantalizing us to look deeper. What comes next is even more unsettling. Imagine for a moment a future where humanity embraces the arrival of these beings as our creators, our guides, our gods. Imagine how easily the world could be unified under a banner of cosmic brotherhood, only to find itself enslaved by the very powers Scripture warned against. Yet at the same time, imagine the possibility that some of these encounters are hints of a coming unveiling when the heavens will be rolled back and all will be revealed. Whether deception or truth, light or shadow, one thing is certain: the sky is not silent. It is alive, and it is speaking to those who dare to listen. And this is only the beginning. Because as we peel back more layers, we will uncover not only what these beings may be, but why they are here, why humanity has always been at the center of their attention, and what role these encounters might play in the final chapters of history. Keep watching, because the next revelation may unravel a secret that changes everything you thought you knew about aliens, angels, and the destiny of mankind.